Hello, children. Welcome to one of the humorous session of English literature poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, First Flight, Class 10. The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Custard. Why is that the poet has used the word custard and the dragon? It has nothing to do with it. Tale means a story. Okay, now before I start, let me tell about the Let me give a brief description or brief introduction about the poet Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash was born on 19th August 1902 in New York. He was a school teacher before becoming a copyright. His first collection of poems entitled Hard Lines was published in 1931. He has written many stories and poems. One of his few stories are The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus, Girls Are Silly, are among his most famous books. Ogden Nash is believed to be, or he is best remembered by the people as for his nonsense poetry. Nonsense poetry. If I'm not wrong, Ogden Nash has written many poems even, and all it has no sense at all. Then why does he write it? You know, life should be humorous. Certain things make people humorous. Certain poems, certain songs, certain stories make life of a person humorous. So this poem is like that. Now, Tale of a Custard Dragon is a comical poem. It is a comical poem written by Nash in the form of a ballad. It is written in the form of a ballad. Here, see the poem. You can see many what to say when you have see the there is no sense in the poetry when I read. You see, Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little gray mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a realio trilio little pet dragon. It doesn't make any sense, right? Yes. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little great mouse she called her Blink. Little mouse dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Is there any sense in this poetry? No. But it has become a very popular poem. Now see, a Belen lived in a little white house, little grey mouse, little red wagon, pet dragon. Now what is it has all this type of, what you say, the entire rhyme scheme, house, mouse, A, B, B, the rhyme scheme of this particular poem. Then then he see the word little has been written more than one time. Yes, when it is in one single line, we call it as a, yes, repetition, but when it comes one behind the other, one below the other, anaphora. Then you see, and a realio, trilio, little pet, realio, trilio. Again, here it is a rhyming word. In the second stanza, now the name of the little black kitten was Ink. She called her Blink, sharp as a mustard, and she called him Custard. All the last line has rhyming words. Now, there is not much to be explained over here, but only the style of the poem. Now, the style of the poem is a nonsense poetry which doesn't have any sense, but to create humor in the lives of the people, a humorous, comical poem it is. And the rhyming scheme of the lines are A, if you can see there, house, mouse, A, wagon, dragon, B. Now come to the second stanza, ink, blink, A, mustard, custard, B. Now, it's like a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale in a ballad form. All these characters are, you see there, the custard, the fantastical creatures like Custard the dragon, as well as everyday creatures like the cat, the dog, and the mouse. Yes, little grey mouse, she called her Blink. Okay. Now all these characters are personified. All these characters are personified. One poetic creature. And the poet uses the poetic device of an oxymoron when he writes the phrase pet dragon. Now let me move to the next slide. You can see here in this slide, wagon. What is wagon? You can say really or truly. The word truly has been changed into theatrical. Okay. Then the next stanza comes. Custard the dragon had a big sharp teeth and spikes on the top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really daggers on his toes. Yes, mouth like a fireplace, mouth like a fireplace, poetic device. Yeah, simile. Mouth is compared to a fireplace. Chimney for a nose. Now, a chimney for a nose personification. And really, truly, that is Trulio, which he has changed into the word Trulio. Did I previously also in the previous sessions I told explained that the poet has the license to put his words in inappropriately or to change it according to in order to create a proper rhyming words. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. Belinda was as brave as, again, the poetic device used here is simile. A barrel full of bears, barrel full of bears, barrel, bears, alliteration. And ink and blink chased lines down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as tiger in the rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Again, you see, Mustard was as brave as. It tells that there is a simile over here, comparison. Now, spikes, what do you mean by the word spikes? Sharp nails, scales, hardstone, daggers, knife, barrel is a container. The meaning of rage is anger. Belinda trickled him. She tickled him unmercifully. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon and the real Trillo cowardly dragon. You can see there how did they Belinda tickled him, continuously trying to harass it. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, the cat, the mouse, and the dog, they rudely called him Percival. Oh, they all sat laughing in the little red wagon and the really Trillo cowardly dragon. Belinda giggled till she shook the house. She laughed in such a way. And Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. You can see that Custard the dragon was feeling embarrassed here, was bullied by his own small animal. Giggled, laughed, weak, a laughing sound. Suddenly, see the word same repeated. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meanwhile, Criding said, "Ooh!" cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Window refers to window. Window refers to window. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. Two pistols. And he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. See how beautiful the poet have done. The entire poem he narrated in the form of a ballad. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His head was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate means no good. At any place of view, the pirate was not a good man. Now, who is a pirate? Who is a pirate over here? Who is a pirate, children? A sea robber, one who steals, okay? And what he says? He was no good. His intention, the pirate meant no good. Here, the intention of the pirate was no way a good one. And held in his teeth a cutlass bright. What is a cutlass over here? A dagger. Cutlass means a dagger. Meant good. He has no intention. He was trying to cut the window bars, cut the window and try to enter. Okay. Now, nasty, bad, growled, thundering. Winda refers to window, cutlass, as sword, or the dagger. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" And Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Yelp means shouting. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and Little Mouse blinked strategically, mousehold. See how beautiful strategically mousehold. It's just hidden to the mouth. Pale, fear, fled, ran away, terrified, yelp, feared bark, trickle down, went down. Strategically, it means clever. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a duggan. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. But the Custard jumped, snorting like a ninja, it attacked the pirate, clashed his tail like irons in the dragon, tails like a iron. Again, here it is a simile. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirms, clatter, clank, and jangling. What does it refers to? These are all the onomatopoeias sound. He went at the pirate like a robin at a worm, attacked the pirate like a robin, the bird, at a worm. How the robin, a bird, attacks its worm, its insect, in the same way Custard attacked pirate in that way. Snorting is a sound of engine, clashed, attacked, dungeon cell, clatter and a clank sound of iron striking, jangling swarms, thundering. Now the pirate gaped at a Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired two bullets, but they did not hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. The pirate gaped. He waited for a while, and he started firing bullets. It went inside its mouth, but could not do anything. Belinda gobbled it. Custard gobbled it. Custard the dragon gobbled it. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and blink and glee did guide it around the dragon that ate the pirate. Now, after they saw that how Custard the dragon helped or saved the entire other the mouse or the cat or the dog, all of them they started hugging Belinda, Mustard, everything hugged him and let him. And no one mourned, no one felt bad for the victim, for the pirate, because he was not the, because he was the person who was trying to harm these animals. And the dragon, around the dragon that ate the pirate, they were very happy. Ink, blink, all this, they were happy because the dragon ate the pirate. And you can see gap means surprised, gulp, drink, grog is wine. It's a kind of wine. You can see how the pirate looks like here. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We have been there three times as brave we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. What did the dog say? The mustard. Everyone thought that mustard. They thought that the animals were brave because Custard never showcased its braveness. And everybody started saying that everybody is braver than him. And he says that everyone are brave in their own sphere. But at that particular point, how you exhibit, how you use your presence of mind matters a lot. Flustered, got nervous. Mustard was feeling nervous by seeing that pirate how in which way to attack him. Okay, Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really yellow little pet dragon. Belinda is as brave as barrel full of bears and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as tiger in the cage, but Custard just keep crying for a nice safe cage. All of them still they lived in the same place, same plot. Now, thank you, children. Now, in this poem, the poet is trying to say that no doubt this is a humorous poem, but there is a lot to learn. What is that to lot to learn? The central theme. What is the central theme about? What is the central theme of the poem here? Appearances may be deceptive, and even your merit and real value may not be recognized by anyone. Custard, who fought like a hero against the pirate, agrees that everyone else is braver than he is. In spite of that, he says that everyone are brave in their own sphere, in their own center of in their place. So here, the most important thing, the central idea is that it is a this poem is actually a whimsical fantasy. Yes, but through this, even though it is a whimsical fantasy, there is a lot to learn that never ever judge a book with its cover because always appearances are deceptive. What you see may not be true always. Yes, so with this, I conclude my poem. Thank you.